Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know me, my name is Lex, and today we are doing a Q&A video. My last Q&A on this channel was a year ago, and a lot has changed since then, so I'm super excited to answer your questions today. I got a lot of good questions, so we can go ahead and get started. Some of the most popular questions I received were along the lines of, where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years? What do you want to do in the future? And things like that. I probably got like 15 of that same genre of questions. I guess it's a fair question to ask, but I do find it a bit silly as well. But honestly, I couldn't tell you where I see myself in 5 years. I don't even know how this state of the world is going to be in 5 years. What I do know right now is that I am successful, that I am taking care of myself, and I am doing a lot of work on a personal level right now that I think is very good for me. So I don't know what the future holds for me, but I have faith that everything will work out as long as I continue to work hard and improve myself. Next question is, what's something you're looking forward to this year? And I am definitely looking forward to meeting new people, making new friends. That is something that has always been a challenge for me, but I am really working towards that goal. I'm also looking forward to attending conventions this year, including Otakon, Anime NYC, possibly SmashCon, but not sure about that yet. Next question, what games are you looking forward to playing on stream? I am looking forward to playing a lot more Resident Evil games. It would be really cool to play through a bunch of them and learn a lot more about the story and the lore and the characters. I'm also looking forward to playing this new game that's releasing soon called Stray. You play as a cat, and I think that's really cool. I really want to play more Stardew Valley because I played it a little bit off stream before and it was fun, but I feel like I would be able to invest more time in it if I was streaming it. Next question, what's your ethnicity? I am white and like a quarter Japanese. This is not exactly a question, but they're saying, you seem very shy but at the same time extroverted. I admire you for both. I am honestly very, very introverted. I don't leave my house very often, and I am very reserved in public settings, but I do try to bring out some extroversion when I am on stream, when I'm doing YouTube things, when I'm at conventions. It's always a bit of a challenge for me, but I definitely feel like I've become more comfortable over time. I think I definitely struggle a lot more with real world socializing. My favorite game is either Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas, I cannot decide. This question says, something you want to do but may be afraid to try. I have a lot of things that I want to do but I'm afraid to try. One thing being driving. A lot of times I will fantasize about being able to just drive places and do things on my own, like drive to a cafe and just chill there all day without being anxious about driving. I really want to collab with other people, but I'm afraid of actually socializing and trying to make friends. I am very afraid of rejection and being disliked, so that is always a worry for me. But yeah, I think those are definitely my two biggest fears right now that I really want to work through. This next question says, do you see yourself shifting content focus as time goes on? I think this is an interesting question. I would say that I don't have a definite plan or intent to shift my content's focus, but I cannot guarantee that I will always make the same kind of content. Maybe in the future I might want to do more just Twitch streaming and cosplay, maybe more YouTube, maybe I'll even get a real life job and not create content anymore? I honestly don't know. At the moment, I feel like I'm just enjoying what comes and enjoying creating things and learning new skills. But I don't feel I'm in a position to change my content at this time, nor do I particularly have the desire to. Basically, I'm just having fun until it's time for a change. And when that change comes, then I will adjust. This question says, what's the first game you've ever played? And my earliest memories of playing a game are The Sims, Spyro, and Crash. I also remember playing this SpongeBob game on the PlayStation. SpongeBob, the movie, the game. Those are the games that are like earliest in my memory. My next question is, what do you want in life? And I think what I really want in life is to feel safe and to feel at peace. Whatever that means, however I get there, that is all I want in life. I want to feel like I am special, like I am adored, like I am worshipped by my partner, no matter how old I get or how much I change. I want a comfortable and simple life, but I also want to grow and I want to change and I want to become a better person. I guess I want to reach my full potential and I want to be loved along the way. That sounds so cheesy, but I think that sums it up. This question says, what is your go-to comfort food? And my comfort food is definitely either Chester's hot fries or chocolate chip cookies. Those are like my go-tos. This is a fun question. It's asking what my first cosplay was, my favorite cosplay, and my hardest cosplay. If I remember correctly, my very first cosplay was a Diva bunny suit. Funny enough, I never played Overwatch when I cosplayed her, but I think that the cosplay was super cute. Probably one of my cutest cosplays I've ever done. But my favorite cosplay I've ever done was Amber from Genshin Impact. It was my first cosplay that I wore to a convention, and it made a lot of people smile that day, and a lot of people asked me for photos, and it was just like overall a really positive experience that I am not gonna forget. And I think that the hardest cosplay I've done so far is Maid Xiangling. I think like on the surface the cosplay looks comfortable, I'm very covered, the material is pretty breathable, but the problem with that cosplay is that it has a lot of bells on it, and I'm someone who gets overstimulated very easily, so walking around with all the bells jingling at like a convention all day was not a very fun experience for me. I tried to tough it out and be brave about it, but it was definitely messing with me like in here. But overall it was a comfortable cosplay. This question says, what is your take in the idea that one could only cosplay characters with a similar body type to theirs? Personally, my opinion on this is if you want to cosplay a character, then cosplay them. I don't think your body type should deter you from cosplaying something that you really want to cosplay. Cosplaying should be something fun for you and not the approval of other people. For me personally, I do try to pick characters that I think suits my body type a little more, but that is only because I think for me it's more to do with feeling confident knowing that the cosplay was made / fitted to my body type. But that's just me. I love seeing people cosplay characters that you wouldn't necessarily expect from them. I think that you should go with your heart and just choose characters that you really want to cosplay. Next question says, are you currently studying? And I am actually not. I graduated from a community college and I do have an associate's degree, but I am not currently in school right now. Next question says, what was your dream job when you were a child? And I think my two dream jobs were either a nurse or a teacher. In my child brain, I would just tell myself, I want to help people when I grow up. Next question says, do you want to be married? I definitely do want to get married. I want to have a life partner and a best friend and a true love. This question says, how do you feel in real life when you're not on social media? So it's kind of a toss-up. Sometimes I feel much better just existing in the world without social media. There are a lot of times where I just can't even stand to be on my phone and I just want to experience my surroundings. So sometimes when I'm off of social media, I'm just thriving and enjoying that, because I do think social media can sometimes be a triggering place for me, and honestly for everyone. I don't think it's healthy for anyone to just scroll all day, but there are definitely other times where I struggle a lot more off of social media than I show to you guys. I've been working through a lot of stuff this past year. I feel like I'm always saying, I'm going through something right now, I'm going through something right now. But honestly, I really do struggle a lot in my real life. I think that it's healthy for me to keep a lot of it private. I think things like Twitch streaming, where I have to go on and be cheerful and interact with people, has been pretty good for my mental health, honestly. I guess it just kind of forces me to make space for more positive emotions, and it's just been a really nice experience. So thank you so much if you've been coming into my Twitch streams and spreading good vibes to me. This next question says, what are the pros and cons of social media from my experience? So from my experience, I think the obvious pro would be that social media has afforded me freedom and flexibility. I was able to move out of a toxic household with social media. I was able to pay my own bills with social media. I am able to kind of control my own schedule, which I think is very helpful for someone like me who just struggles with life. That's the only way I can put it. I think that going down this path has saved me from a lot of things. It's also helped me to make a lot more connections and friends. I've met a lot of really cool people on social media. And I also think another pro of social media is it can be a very validating outlet. I just think that it's nice when you work hard on something, or you're reaching out, you're putting yourself out there, and there is a community of people there to support you. That is a very validating and nurturing experience that maybe you don't always get to have in real life. But there are definitely cons that come along with social media as well. I think a big con of having a career in social media is just that people often feel entitled to you. They think that they can just say anything they want to you, comment anything they want, and a lot of times it is very rude or inappropriate comments, and they just say it and not even care about your feelings, and that does kind of get to you. I also feel like you have to be careful not to get too wrapped up in your routine with social media. A lot of my work is just making sure that I posted on this site, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, making sure that I edited this stuff, that I've taken these pictures, that I've done this and that, and it's easy to just get focused on that and kind of feel like you're not making time for real life. I've definitely changed that a lot this year and have been a lot more social and having a lot more experiences. It is very easy to just stay home every day and just work and work and work. I think another con with social media is that it always feels very competitive. I used to not really have issues with comparing myself to other girls on the internet, or my success with their success, or my appearance with their appearance, but in the last year it's definitely impacted me a lot more. It can be really hard for me to see people who are more beautiful than me or more popular than me and not feel like there's something wrong with me, even though I know deep down that they're no better than me just because they're prettier or they have more followers. But I think just spending so much time online, it just works at your subconscious. But I'm really just kind of trying to work on that because it's such an unnecessary stressor. Like, I just want to be chilling. I don't want to worry about other people. I want to worry about myself, and that's it. But those are definitely some of the pros and cons that I can think of right now. Honestly, I can make lists and lists for both sides, but those are some more obvious ones. So I've kind of been talking forever, and there were a lot more questions than I realized. So I think what I'm gonna do is post this video as like a part 1 Q&A, and then I'll film another video with the other questions and then upload that as the part 2. So if you did ask me a question, thank you so much. I hope that my answers were insightful. It's always fun reflecting on life and thinking more deeply about things. So I do really enjoy doing these Q&As. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.